What's going on? This is my life in the shot. I'm your host, Donald Washington, star running back for the Minnesota Vikings. Dalvin Cook is the latest celebrity caught in the Me Too movement. His girlfriend, Tokyo Jets, real name is Gracelyn Trimble, Sergeant Gracelyn Trimble, ex-military rapper, is accusing him of assault, battery, and false imprisonment. She has a civil suit. This is not a criminal case. Therefore, the NFL cannot get involved. I like that policy. So many times do we see celebrities or governors, people in high places, have to step down over an accusation that hasn't been proved yet in court. Now, his side of the story is saying he's the victim, and I'm going to bring you guys to that. What are they going to bring up in court? I'm going to bring you guys her text that she released. His lawyer released several statements. He just signed a $63 million contract last year. Extension. He was drafted to the Minnesota Vikings in 2017. This is her in her music video with T.I. She's a rapper. And this type of stuff comes up in court. I'm not saying who's right, who's wrong. I'm going to just bring you guys the facts and what is being said. Now, in court, something like this come up. Now, I'm sure this was probably just a joke, but in this, she's saying, hey, are you tired of your guy? I'm the CEO. I would teach you how to slash his tires and burn his car. Now, her side of the story is this. She's saying, Trimble says she entered Cook's Minnesota home through the garage. My question is, how did you get there? They're going to say later in the story that she had a stolen remote that she had and was able to open that garage. So she entered the garage to break up with him. Now, you couldn't call him to break up with him. All right, but then she wanted to retrieve her belongings. My thing is this. Because you had called him and say, hey, homeboy, it's over. Pack my stuff, send it to me. Or arrange for me to come get my stuff. So, my question is, you just pop up through the man garage and come walking in. Alright, in the lawsuit, Trimble says that Cook grabbed her arm, slung her whole body over the couch, slamming her face into the coffee table and causing her lower forehead and bridge of her nose to bust open. She says she attempted to spray him with mace at Cook, and it got into her eyes, prompting her to go take a shower, where she says Cook assaulted her again. So, my thing is this. Okay, you go over there, y'all scrapping. You spraying with mace to get into your eyes. You go take a shower. She then went to the bedroom, grabbed Cook's gun, and called a friend for help. There's where I have another problem. You didn't call the police. You got his gun at him. And if you got a gun pointed at him, at that point, you're very, very, very afraid for your life. No question. When you gotta grab a gun, you in fear. Complete fear of your life at that point. And you call your friend. Now, per the lawsuit, she says that Cook responded by beating her with a broomstick. Okay. Alright. This is his statement from his attorney, of course. David Valenti described the entire different scenario, accusing Trimble of being an aggressor when entering his home without permission. In a statement, Valenti said Trimble repeatedly punched and maced Cook after entering his home with a stolen garage opener and held him and two house guests hostage with a firearm. He says that she also maced the house guest and attempted to assault a female guest, prompting Cook to intervene. Trimble suffered cuts, which is her. She suffered a cut above her nose when Cook stepped in to defend the house guest, according to Valenti. That's his lawyer. Valenti accused Trimble of now trying to extort him for millions. And she's going, she's going for the whole you dig. He ain't signed but 63. She going for 20. Trimble alleged stole in the garage, attacked him and the guest, maced him. And she's trying to get $20 million. So they're trying to. What ESPN was saying is that Cook Dalvin Cook's lawyer is trying to get ahead of the story, and they released a statement first. I want to bring you guys, but she also has evidence. Allegedly, this is a text. But, Dalvin, is this on Twitter? Is this Twitter instant message? What is that's his Dalvin the Chef Cook and got that blue check mark in there? He got that on his phone like that? Dalvin Cook. Right, this looked like a cell phone text. Alright, but anyway, that's pictures of her. Alright, and the text is going to say, I know what I did. This is Cook. This is allegedly Dalvin Cook. I know what I did. Can't rewind, but just so you know, I'm sorry. Love you so much despite things. Do whatever I need here for you. And I wanted to. And if you want to go to the police, I respect that. I'll take my punishment for what I did. She said, Dalvin, my face is so messed up, I probably won't even go to my family for Thanksgiving. And he said, I'm sorry for that. But the situation just got out of hand from the jump. Can you come back to me? Alright? So, she released those. So now, this was released from his lawyer. That's her in the Army. That looked like a whole different person. That is her. I'm going to bring you guys her Instagram page. This is her Instagram page. But that looked like a whole different person. That's the same person. But anyway, alright. The evening of November 19th, 2020, the military sergeant, First Class Gracelyn Trimble, they try to really elaborate on her. Really remind you that she's a first class military sergeant. I don't know whether that's going to have any hold up in the court of law, because it's kind of indicating or trying to give a impression that she can handle herself. She's a military sergeant. Alright, broke into his home and assaulted him and two guests. Big Pimpin' had another you dig in there, sound like, but anyway. Attempted to extort him for millions. Now that's critical, because you didn't go to the police. You didn't have a statement. Instead, you called him, and it sounds as if she called him and like, hey, give me 20 mil, I'm going to go straight to the NFL. Alright, so while Mr. Cook and Sergeant Trimble had a short-term relationship over several months, she became emotionally abusive, aggressive, and confrontational, but repeatedly attempted to provoke Mr. Cook. Damaged his vehicles. Oh, and then she is on tape talking about how she could teach you how to slash tires and blow up cars. He also said he, on at least 2 occasions, assaulted him and attempted to stop him from seeing other women. The state of Minnesota applies that castle doctrine. Self-defense, which means that the intruder enters your home, you have the right to defend yourself and your family or guest. That's not going to look good in court for her. If she entered illegally with that, and walked into his house almost a year ago, she unlawfully and without the consent or knowledge of Mr. Cook entered his residence. You know what? After that, there's nothing she can say or do. If she entered his residence without his knowledge, I don't think there's anything anybody could do. With a stolen garage door, but upon entry to the residence, immediately and without provocation, physically assaulted him, punched him, repeatedly maced him. Cook directly in his eyes. So he has 2 house guests. It's going to be interesting how that plays out in court. But in a civil suit, we won't see the proceedings in a court. We'll just find out whether she got her 20 mil or not. The NFL cannot intervene. This is her Instagram right here. And she has a baby boy, appears. This is her in the upper left-hand corner on a stage announcing that she's pregnant. I can't play that video. YouTube, Facebook tripping. Looks like that's her son right there. So I don't know how this is going to play out. I don't think he's going to lose that lawsuit. If she unlawfully broke into his crib, it's pretty much nothing nobody can say or do. At that point, I'm sure Minnesota got laws that, home invasion. And that's very dangerous, ladies and gentlemen. Do not do that, even with an ex, because you just don't know. Somebody may pop out with something else. And she says she pulled out a gun. He's saying she held them. Alright, so that's her Instagram page right there. So this is the statement received from the lawyers. So she's releasing those text messages. In text messages, can you have put somebody else's number in there, then have a fake text? We don't know. I'm pretty sure if that's her evidence bringing it to court, that she will be able to use. Well, they'll probably subpoena his records or have him. I don't know in this case, but all he actually saying is, "I'm sorry." He didn't say, "I actually did it." He said, "I take my punishment for what I did." But that's still not saying I did it. Alright, we'll see how it play out. But, domestic violence is very serious. It's very serious accusation. I am not here to say who's lying and who's not. I'm just here to present the facts. One of the things I have with the Me Too movement is this. It's an ex-girlfriend of NBA star, basketball, football, celebrity, governor. Y'all break up. And she can immediately go to your job and call the NFL and say, "I want him fired." And they say, "Oh, okay." Governor Cuomo, all of a sudden he's a huge celebrity with what happened last year. It's all over the news every day. He's just blowing up. In fact, people was even calling for him to run for president. Blowing up, Governor Cuomo was. All of a sudden, somebody said, "Oh, he groped me." No police, no witnesses, no nothing, just he groped me. Then other people say, "Oh, yeah, he looked at my dress too." Then other people say, "Oh, yeah, he looked at my dress too. Oh, yeah, when we hugged, he groped me." And he had to step down. There's other actors, other celebrities. I think the NFL has that policy, but I don't think the NBA does. I think there's a lot of celebrities, jobs that all you have to do is accuse them. And that's it. It's a wrap. Or like governor, a political office, it's a wrap. Anyway, I want to bring you guys this. Make sure you guys like, comment. If you're on Facebook, go to YouTube. Go to My Life in the Shy. If you're on YouTube already, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Peace, peace.